Hello, Nico.
Hi, I'm just running up to the store real quick to grab a couple of things and then I'm gonna get started on the dice for you.
Okay, thank you. Hey, how you doing?
Paul.
Hey, how you doing, Justin?
Got the link in the chat.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now.
What's up, Donald, Michael?
Okay, I think we're good now, right?
Yep.
Donald's here. Cool cat. What? Hang on, I gotta put her food down. Very bad.
Nice, cool, 38 degrees Celsius. Nice. There.
Okay, Justin,
I'll be back in a few minutes. I gotta run and pick up Thomas from a birthday party real quick.
you got it, what?
I gotta run and pick up Thomas from a birthday party, but I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
shouldn't be gone more than like 20 minutes.
Okay,
All right.
so little Lama Laura, shut up, just. Laura, are you or David available to join the channel or no? Justin had to run a little errand, he said he'd be gone about 20 minutes. So that's kind of good to know if there's somebody else to help me with this. Laura, that's funny. Saturday here is big college football time. What we call football, you call different things. Your football is soccer, our football is football. But anyway, hey Donald,
Hey guys,
hey, welcome for being here.
I gotta ask you, do I look tired?
A little bit. What have you been doing?
I took a little bit of a cat nap, and it wasn't nearly enough.
That's the problem. You're gonna find, Donald, the older you get, the more you need cat naps.
Yep.
and the longer you need to take them. I'll go out here and sit down in front of the TV, sit down in my recliner, and boom, I'm out for about a half hour to an hour, So you're working on the dune buggy, huh?
Yep. But I have possible good news.
What's that?
Well, I was thinking I was burning oil, and although the plugs were fouled a little bit, had carbon. Compression seems fine in there. I'm gonna get these back in and check again and actually get behind it. What I thought was oil smoke may have been just unburnt fuel. It could have been instead of bluish white, it could have just been white.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
We'll see.
Fine, thanks. Well, the one good thing about it, if it was white, it can't be water, can it?
Right, it can't be water. But the more I look at it, it's not really puffing too much unless
Good afternoon, Brenda.
hit the throttle, and when I'm hitting the throttle, I get a little puff. I'm gonna check my accelerator jets.
Yeah, check the mixture.
Before I start pulling everything out. But
It
compression on this engine is not, the compression is not really high. It's a pretty low compression engine, but it's consistent across all of the cylinders, which I checked last night. And so since compression is coming out pretty consistent, before I take down this side just to see. And when I pulled the plugs, they were fouled. They weren't wet. They were just covered in carbon.
So it could be a bit rich then.
Yes. So, and the number 4, it was caked pretty good. And so if it wasn't firing or firing inconsistently, that means even more of a difference on the mix.
Well, if it wasn't firing, it would be wet.
Do what?
If it wasn't firing, it would be wet.
Oh, it wasn't wet, but it was covered in soot. So if it was covered in soot and misfiring or not firing consistently or with a good gap or spark,
Could be. But
but I'm gonna
I
try
would
and get
still,
back in.
I would still work towards mixture at this point.
That's what I'm gonna do is head to the carburetor and play with that a little more before I start tearing into the side of the engine.
Yeah.
Because it's something I can do and not take apart.
Certainly a lot easier.
Just make sure of what my problem is. Problem is, I hate this engine. In order to get to the spark plugs on this side, the other side isn't quite as tight for some reason, but the intake manifold on this head gets in the way.
Hey,
Morning, all.
Dominic,
I don't
Morning,
mind.
all.
good morning to you, sir. Good evening here.
And good,
Yeah,
good afternoon and good evening
Far
to
off morning.
the rest of you.
Just for Eagle to win the hole.
Laura, Michael, and that's everybody in the chat. Oh no, Brenda, Sunstar,
Hi, Brad.
howdy.
Corey's in there somewhere.
My chat doesn't go back that far then. Hello, Corey, anyway.
Yeah, Brenda says hi.
Hello, hello.
Cool Cat's here.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Donald.
See.
I don't think Joe's got a shoot tonight, but he maybe does. Maybe he's doing something.
Mm.
And Justin will be back in about 20 minutes. Well, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. He had to go pick up his son from a birthday party.
Oh, okay.
Have a vehicle to suit everyone. Whether hybrid,
He's being a good dad.
or all electric at Toyota.
You know, I bought myself, not new, but second hand, Apple Magic Keyboard 2 and an Apple Magic Mouse 2.
Yes.
And
Good
I
to
have
see.
been struggling like mad trying to figure out why there's no lights coming on it.
Yeah.
Why it's not connected to the computer. So
Mhm.
I diverted to YouTube, and apparently you've got to plug the damn things in using a cable to pair them
Oh no.
Huh?
because they're both rechargeable.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I don't much care for the mouse, but I do use the keyboard.
Oh, okay.
I use a Logitech wireless mouse. I find far more consistent.
Okay.
Bigger and fits in the hand better.
Mm. It's good.
It's a good job Joe's not here.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I completely missed that. I should have said something.
I've also ordered a trackpad for it as well.
Okay. That's good.
Keyboard was not exactly cheap. Cost me 72 quid second hand.
Wow.
And the mouse was 30 and the trackpad was 27. So a fair amount of cash, really.
Yeah.
you know?
My original Apple keyboard, two of the keys came off it, and I can't
Oh
get them
no.
back on again. So I just bought a cheap Bluetooth mouse, a Bluetooth keyboard for it
Mm-hmm.
to use, and then Kate lost the battery cover for it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's get something that's proper.
Hmm.
It's just on the right side.
I had to pitch some more peanuts, my little buddies.
I think I have
Mm-hmm.
a very quick demo. Yeah, it's just.
You've been around the game for a long
I think the nice thing about it as well is you can also just like plug it into the MacBook Pro
Mm-hmm.
and it'll pair to that. But each
Yeah.
time you move between the MacBook Pro and the iMac, you've got to plug it back in again to pair it back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Would be better if it just remembered and paired straight away to whichever one you were using.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish the numbers were a bit darker. And the letters,
Okay.
you know, they're a bit thin. They could do with being in a bolder typeface so that you can see them better.
Okay. There's no way to change it in the setting.
Certainly, no, I mean on the keyboard itself.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I certainly in my case, I could do with them being thick. I could buy stickers for it, but then it sort of like ruins the look.
Yeah, counterproductive.
Yeah. I mean, I have got a wired keyboard that work let me keep because it was specially got for me because it's actually a brown keyboard with yellow lettering and it's thick and big
Good to
lettering.
hear.
That's what she said.
Hey,
It's
Yeah.
thick and big. That's what she said.
big, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's much easier to read or to see. Must admit, they were quite good at getting the adaptation for me. I'm letting them keep them.
Hmm.
Well, I got the keyboard, I got the Zoom text, Zoom software, which of course is pretty much redundant now because most of them already have Zoom built into them. But this just created a box around where your mouse pointer was.
Mhm.
It was a bit awkward because, of course, you could only see that part of the screen then, and it covered up half of the rest of it.
Here comes Joe now.
It was tricky.
Yes, finally.
It was tricky
There
doing.
he is.
You
and
excuse me.
and a CCTV
Just gave you something. Go.
charger, which was good. It plugs into your monitor on your computer, and you can switch between the document controller and the computer.
No. Go.
Computer like with a foot switch.
So what's good happening? Anything?
No,
I've been
nothing.
trying to keep the conversation suitably perverted.
Oh, okay.
Donald's
Well, that's
working on
good
his
then.
buggy.
I was trying until you got here, Joe. I was just trying to make sure that we got all the that's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that
Get
you're
that
here,
out the
you can
way.
take over. You can take over now.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. You can't say nothing on here without getting called out. So what's the difference?
Exactly.
Got people lurking in the chat that never comes on anymore, that listens to the chat and then they call you out afterwards.
Hey, Joe, what's the difference between the RC, the DJI RC, the DJI RC 1, the DCI RC2, and the DJI RC Pro.
Okay, the RC Pro will work. The Air 2S will work a bunch of drones. That's the one I got. The Smart Controller, the Smart Pro. That's the one that's $1,200. That works everything except
Okay.
for it doesn't go. It'll go up to the Mavic 3, the Mini 3. The Mini 3 will work, but when you get to the Air 3, anything with OcuSync 4, it won't work. The Mini 4 won't work with it. The RC is the same as the RC1. It's the RC. That's the one I sent you. That one works with the Air 2S, basically everything that the Pro works with. The 2 works with OcuSync 4, which is the Air 3 and the Mini 4 and the Neo.
And that's all.
Yeah, that's it.
So when I just bought the RC2, what will that is compatible with?
Nothing
Air-
you got.
Air 3, Mini 4 Pro, and Neo.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that is the right one, right?
So when did you
The
buy
Neo.
the 2? Because the one you bought the other day was the Smart Controller.
Oh yeah,
not
I
the
canceled.
RC2.
I canceled that one.
Yeah,
Right.
because that was pretty much the same as what you got.
Well, the RC2
the one you got now
will not
is the
work
2.
with any drone you've got at the moment.
No,
No.
Right. because I have two RCs. I have the original RC, and then I have the RC. The little
Well, you've
bit
got-
smaller.
Yeah, you've got
You
the
have the Smart
original one,
Controller.
which was the Smart Controller,
Yeah,
It's
and
called
you've
the
got
Smart Controller.
the RC, which is the RC1,
yeah.
which only works with the
Because
Mini 3,
I
the
got to
Mavic
think. I
3.
got to thinking about it. Did I screw up
Air
again?
2S. No. Well, you don't have
Well,
any
it
drone to fly
depends.
yet.
No,
with it.
but I mean, it should be able to fly anything I would buy that would be in that category, right?
Yeah, if you go to Air
It
3,
will, yeah, Air 3, Mini 4, or Neo. Those are the
Neo.
only 3 drones that will fly.
I got
you'll
you.
probably fly the Mavic 4 when it comes out,
If it comes out, yeah.
or the Air 3S.
Yeah.
But if you really wanted a better drone and a better everything, I would have waited and bought the Air 3S with the controller.
Hmm.
And then your Air 2Ss could have been your backup.
Right back. I got a food delivery.
Oh, okay.
It actually seems a bit of a waste buying the RC2 on its own, because you're going to be hard pushed to find any of the drones that it works with on their own without a controller.
Hmm.
It's all going to depend on how much money you want to spend.
Yep.
Yeah, because I would love to have the RC2, but I don't even want to spend $200. And I don't want the Air 3. The Air 3S may just blow my mind, and I'll say, yeah, that's what I want. You know.
Yeah. I mean, as it stands now, I've got 2 RC2s. And 1 Mini 4. Because it arrived this morning in its box, brand new, sealed, and everything else.
Good.
And I turned it on, updated it, logged in, activated it, and everything's fine on it. I haven't connected it to the drone yet, but that's because the other one's connected to the drone. But yeah, completely brand new one. And according to the invoice that they sent, then they said cost £267.14 discount. £267 14 pence. Total 0. So from DJI, it's £267 and 14 pence. Oh, precious. Oh, no, I don't want it. You wanted to go. You went out. You came back in. You stood there and back. It's late. Shut it. You've had food. You've had a treat. And no, you're not having a ginger biscuit. Shut up.
Only has one job to do, and that's bark.
Hmm.
I'll just
No,
get out of the way
She's got
and let
more
Precious
than-
do the job.
She got more than one job to do. She barks, she farts, she sleeps, and she eats.
On 4. Anyway,
I don't know where that's coming from. My other computer just started up.
in there, well, it's 4:30 there.
There we go.
Well, Europe are getting annihilated at the moment
Yeah.
in the Solheim Cup.
But anyway, and Dennis had a. Where in the hell was that? Not even shot. He likes it, but she's not going to.
What is it? Looks like it might end up 2-2 this afternoon, which means it'll be 10-6 going into tomorrow's singles.
Hmm.
Europe have held on to it for the past 3 times.
Okay.
So, you know, probably the USA will be their best to win. There's 12 matches tomorrow. Precious, shut up.
Yeah. I know the feeling. As soon as I sit here and go on live, they come in like bark.
Mine's a damn sight
I figure
louder.
if they aggravate me enough, I'll give them food till they'll leave.
Mhm.
What?
Ultra fast speeds of 150 meg powered by PG.
My son called me. It's his birthday today. Marine
Oh,
son.
happy birthday.
He turned 28 today.
Nice.
Go ahead and switch today.
He's up in New York by Waterford, New York, Watertown or something like that.
Hmm.
Kind of close to Niagara Falls. His
Okay.
wife's down here and she's gonna go back up. She's gonna leave the 18th. And then about a week later, she's gonna drive up there. And they're gonna take a week off at the end of the deployment. And they're gonna go visit like Niagara Falls and places like that.
That might be you know, that's great. I believe that they saw that
That's a USB-C. That's no good.
Mm.
But they had an issue the other night. They had the Harrier group and they were loading the ordnance on, and they dropped one.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, he said. They said it fell. Everybody freaked out, and come to find out, it was actually an empty box. They thought it was a box with one in it. It was one of the missiles, and as they dropped it, it just came out their hands. It said everybody ducking down.
it's still out there. Look how close this is. You can see the green fire.
And then, ready, you got to hear this part. Then one of the Harriers is there, and one of the mechanics is in there, and he's looking, working on something inside the Harrier, and they got a parking brake on him, right?
Yeah.
And he hit the parking brake and didn't realize he did it. Got out the Harrier, and the Harrier rolled across the tarmac into the grass.
Uh-oh.
$34 million aircraft whirled into the grass.
I mean, who hasn't accidentally done that with their car? But
Hmm.
nothing with that big.
He said they looked up, it was just rolling away.
So the Harrier went
He said
AWOL.
it didn't go over too well with his boss.
Very similar to the issue of trying is both watching them.
Yeah, he said he thinks he's getting punished because he was on night shift and they switching it. This all happened at night, so they switched him to day shift. He said he talked to him about it. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna move you. Get somebody that's got a lot more experience at night." He said, "It's just a learning experience. Don't worry about it. You know."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "We'll take it as that and leave it as that." You know. But he had made a suggestion at nighttime because they had a bunch of sergeants but no staff NCOs at night, and he was suggesting that they put a couple of staff NCOs to midnight to make sure they've got that extra, leadership there. So now, since they're switching him, they're putting the other guy there, and they're going to put a couple of staff NCOs on also. So they're taking what he wanted to do, but not with him. You know.
Maybe
So look at it this way: you get off early.
maybe they ought to do the night shift during the day when the sun's up.
I agree.
Jody.
Hey, Jody. I hope your day is wonderful, Laura, and you don't have any rain.
Oh, we didn't. We had a lovely sunny day here.
Oh, great.
See, that's because Laura doesn't have a drone.
18 degrees.
You're gonna stop walking. You're gonna stop.
Okay, got everything put away. Oh,
Why aren't you
Yeah, the
two-
food order. What did you have? Boston cream.
no, I got some bananas, some of my cookies that I like, some chicken salad, ice cream sandwiches. You know,
Yeah, I knew that
all the
was
good
coming.
healthy stuff, you know.
Yeah. Now, who are the bananas for?
And two, well, it's just they're here. I don't know. And two large loaves of bread because that's what Mia gets her pills on.
I think the bananas were for Dallas or something.
Yeah, well, they are a little bit for Dallas, but sometimes when I eat my ice cream, I might slice one up and put it in the bottom. Hey, Donald. Welcome back on another channel.
See if my earbuds work.
Testing.
Oh, I can hear you. I'm just not through the earbuds. I gotta resync those to the iPad. My phone was dying. That's why I switched.
Oh, okay. So are you still working on the buggy or what?
Yeah, I got the spark plugs back in. I gotta put the manifold back on. There we go.
What do you see? Watching this was a very similar.
We can hear you all right.
Yep, I'm back on with my headphones. So, has anything exciting happened in the last 3 hours?
Not on my end.
As far as I know.
Yeah, LSU beat South Carolina in a nail biter.
Oh, great.
They won it with like a minute left in the game. And then the kicker came up and they iced him right before he kicked the 50-yard field goal. They called a timeout and he kicked it and he missed. And I said, well, he's going to miss the second one because he's going to adjust. Because the way the wind was blowing, he pushed it and he just missed it. He looked there and he relined himself up, kicked the 50-yard field with no time. The next one was 54 yards with no time on the clock. And he tried to line it up down the middle and the wind got it and he missed to the left by about a foot.
So Louisiana won that?
Yeah, LSU.
LSU.
Yeah, they should have lost again. They were 17 down and came back
Yeah,
and won.
that's when I happened to breeze past and looked at it. I said, boy, they're getting their ass kissed.
Came and won it. They won it by 3.
Wow. So they whooped Oklahoma.
No, it was South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay.
Much
I think South Carolina hasn't beat them since like 1985. Yeah, it was crazy. You seen all the fans getting ready to jump off the field.
And
when it's over with.
And was it in South Carolina where they were playing? Yeah.
Right. And they're just sitting there like this after the game, all the fans.
right here, 17. Figure out what to do. What is the play, Jim? I think it's just get it out to the right side, plus the ground. Just get it in play.
The deal as a kicker, if they ice you like that, don't kick the ball. If you kick the ball, make sure you kick it the same way.
71.
Because when he was iced, the whistle blew and he knew it was ice. He just kicked it just to kick it. So then when he went straight and he missed to the right, he said, well, I got to bring it back to the left a little bit. And he brought it back too much. That's how you ice him.
Well, don't you think that they overthink shit like that?
To that area.
The kickers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I don't
Guarantee it.
understand is why those kickers don't have a brace on their kicking foot that keeps the legs straight, you know?
You don't need that.
That's what happens is they just a little bit of a turn and phew.
Usually it's just hit it on the wrong angle.
Just play. Just get it off that right side, like I said, Allie.
Laura.
Should favor her.
Laura said she had a sunny day there today.
Lexi and Allie.
Joe?
Good news.
Yeah, I heard that.
Funny, weird, or funny, haha?
Sunny.
Oh, sunny.
Funny,
I thought
not
you said
funny. Yeah.
funny. I was like, what? I didn't think they were allowed to have sun over there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Michigan State's beating
Trying to chase one back there. Page.
PVAM. I don't know what that is.
Moving from left to right.
Who's PVAM? Do you know?
No.
VAM.
No, Justin back.
Welcome back, Justin.
Did. Yeah, that should be just fine.
Pretty looking shot.
Prairie View ABM. Prairie View. What the hell that is?
That don't
Yeah.
sound like important.
What are you watching?
Michigan State football. They're playing against some oddball team. And you know the way they keep changing the leagues, they keep changing names on a lot of the colleges.
It's Prairie View A&M University.
Oh, okay.
Small. Stop.
Where's
from
it
Tex.
located, Justin?
Texas.
Oh, it's a Texas, okay.
Three. There goes 4. Plant back on the
So
manifold.
it's northwest of Houston, right?
Good. Great.
There it is. Prairie View A&M University. And there's Houston, Texas.
Drifting right.
Tee shots at 6 feet closer than you're up there. Everybody likes to work with the
It looks like it's a college of engineering. And they also
Engineering
do
college? Okay.
Xcode app development platform and basic data structure and algorithm concepts and advanced iOS app development, including
Oh.
GPS map app, single view app, multi-view apps, text field, and table view.
Sounds like they're gonna be really good at football.
A bunch of Sheldons out there playing football. Where's your video rail? All right, everybody, line up to Pure Rail before we go out on the field.
It'll be like Revenge of the Nerds, where they're calculating the trajectory of the ball and
Yeah, the rotation of the earth, the time of day.
we have a short window when you make the pass where the planets will be aligned such that the gravitation get that everything back on. Everything is back on. Double check. Put the wire back on.
So,
Justin, he's almost got it put back together, his dune buggy.
It's back. Everything's 100% back up now.
yeah, when didn't you what were you redoing, the heads or something?
I thought, well, I don't think I have to. Compression seemed even all the way across the board. And before I get into that, I want to take a look at that smoke again and smell it. Because it may not be oil, it may have been fuel.
Yeah, just put your hand over the exhaust and see what turns up on your hand.
Yeah. So
Was
I'll do
it
that.
smoking real bad or something?
Oh yeah.
You didn't put too much oil in it, did you?
No. And it's only smoking. As far as I can tell, I haven't really been able to get behind it while I've been accelerating. I guess I can. I can hop back there and just accelerate with the carburetor
Yeah.
by hand and take a look at the exhaust and see if it's only doing it on acceleration. Like when I hit the gas, like when I really hit the gas, it could be even something as simple as the accelerator jets being slightly large. And just putting too much fuel down there.
Hey, and put one of those systems on the exhaust so you can blow out flames out the ass end.
Good.
Well,
You know the bad thing about those?
You
so
remember
many-
back in the day when they used to put spark plugs in the exhaust?
That's good.
Yeah,
So
that's what
that
you're talking about.
causes
that's what
it
I'm
to
talking
flame.
about.
But it
But
Yeah.
have you seen how many vehicles have actually caught on fire from those though? Like real expensive cars, like they've had like Ferraris and shit that had those, and
Yeah,
it
'cause
shot out the
fundamentally-
back and then caught the tail light on fire and then been burning the fucking car.
Cause it's really fun to rev it up and go, make it go, pop, 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 pop.
Kind of like having your butt sideways going down the banister, right?
Yep. All right. Sounds like my wife just pulled in, so she's blocking the buggy in. And she also has groceries for me to unload probably.
There
So
you go, Don. You go be a good boy now.
Is there
Just one step closer, lower his vision right now.
Yeah, there's a couple videos on YouTube though of people in high-end sports cars that did that and ended up catching the car on fire.
Mm.
He knows that she's got enough adrenaline to get this back there, so she doesn't have to go and hit it too hard.
He's trying to calm down, Karen, it looks good. Once a red light again. It's so good, it's actually, well, the Europeans could win this match, yeah. Partner in there pretty close for par, all on the way.
Did you get input?
I'll be right back.
Birdie. That point in the match, you mentioned concession, it better be a tap in.
Yeah, it's worth noting that neither one of those were conceded.
Right.
For the United States. What is that? Which she's standing on. It's heavily into this cut both in grip and speed. She's kind of going up the ridge and then it'll trickle down from right to left. I believe it will straighten out towards the end. Cut. Into straighten out, wiggle straight. This time. Hey, no problem with getting into the.
Everybody must be out doing their Saturday night thing, you know?
Mm.
Although
Must be.
I don't know if there's anybody else that's live right now.
Not usually.
Look, go ahead, watch this. That's what I was talking about. This is a Lamborghini right here. The Aventador or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I've been
Watch
to
what
it.
happens.
So,
They have too much fuel coming out of it. But then and there she is.
Uh-huh.
But you can clearly tell when it spit it out, there was way too much fuel coming out of that exhaust.
Yeah.
Because you see it spray up like up on here.
Well, what would happen if this first sign of that exhaust, if he shut it down? Would it
If
have,
what?
would it have kept burning?
Yeah,
there's a
Because
$300,000
it's
car
fuel.
up in smoke.
yeah, because he sprayed the fuel. It was too much fuel coming out of there, and it sprayed all over the back of the car, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay.
Now, if he would have got out of the car in time and hit it with the fire extinguisher, yeah, he could have stopped it, and it would have had a little bit of fire paint damage or whatever.
Well, I could hear in the
Yeah,
background
but-
people yelling at him, hey, hey,
But he
hey,
wasn't. He couldn't hear over that engine. He kept
hey,
revving it.
Chris, how you doing?
Hi, Chris.
What's
What's
up,
up,
Paul?
Chris?
How are you today, sir?
I'm doing
good.
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 At least for today I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at any moment that can probably change, right?
That's right.
Mhm.
What's
How's
new with
everybody-
you?
Oh, that's the same old stuff, Paul. Just a different day. Leaving Walmart. Here at home, and thought I'd call and join in right quick. I'm fixing
Well,
to
I'm
go get us.
glad you did.
Yeah.
Fix go get some supper. So I ain't gonna be on here very long.
So you went to Wally World, right?
Went to Walmart, Walmart America.
You're right, it was a concession at 7.
Wonderful.
Justin's favourite shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Justin loves to go.
These have not been seen.
Right, Justin?
What's coming up?
Nothing to say. So,
Yeah.
Chrissy, you been doing much flying or anything, or?
I still fly every Sunday, Paul. That hasn't
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah,
And I fly a little bit, I've flown a lot for work here in the last, 6 months.
Yeah, you do a sunrise on Sunday, right?
Every Sunday, yeah.
Yep.
I know Dominic always loves to see it.
No, he wasn't on for long.
Hey, he's gone.
Yeah. I watched the end of Dennis Lovelady today
Oh, did you?
And 2D.
before you
I
came on.
watched the start. I watched the start of it because it was too late by the time Rodney came on. I
Well,
think I missed the last.
It said that Rodney was live in the notifications, but Dennis kept saying that Rodney was on next, and Rodney was in Dennis' chat.
Yeah, I know.
Can't believe you that
Yeah, David.
this match would be the 6th consecutive match lost and so on. It's a shocker. She's an emotional leader, but
Good evening.
Party.
Hi, David.
Who's
Hey,
the third party?
David.
Who's the third party, Paul?
Hey, Chris is
And
back.
Chris is back.
Yeah,
That's
but
technology for you.
yeah, who's the third party? Because when I signed in, it went this meeting is being signed to a third party.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got that as well. Who's the third party, Paul?
I don't know.
Who are you selling us to, Paul?
I have no idea what that's all
I
about.
want to know who the second party is first.
It's his side hustle.
I only want to know who the third party because I didn't get a freaking invite.
Yeah.
If we're having a party, I want an invite.
You
Yeah.
want to be in the party, huh?
Well, Paul's host, your co. Everybody seems to be co-host, except
Who's
me.
the
I
third
think.
party? Yeah.
Even Donald's still a co-host.
All makes people the co-host.
All it says for me is, in brackets, me, close brackets.
Wait, does that mean I can mute him?
Yeah.
Preston the Stuffy.
I don't know, Chris, have you noticed all the changes going on behind the scenes on all of these different applications? You know, for an old man like me, it's hard to figure it out.
I know when I log into Johnny Drone Flyer stream on Sunday mornings after I fly,
Yeah.
I always have to log in with YouTube or Facebook to get on his live stream.
Mm.
Jody, TJ.
And if
What
I
does
go
he
to
use? What is he using?
I think he's using StreamYard.
StreamYards, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Which is going up to $45 a month.
But
Exactly.
I can go to somebody else that uses StreamYard and it doesn't ask me to log in with Facebook or YouTube. It's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, Paul,
that's
I'm about outdated myself here.
Yep.
Me
too.
I'm almost there with this technology.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and Chris, I'm amazed. I ride down the street and see these young kids just going away at the technology and streaming and doing this and doing that, and I'm going, wow.
Hey, Paul, let me tell you something, how old I am. All right. Of course, you're older than I am, so you'll get this. Justin won't understand it at all. But I bought my aunt's 19, and it's a classic, but it's a 1980 El Camino, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know where General Motors used to put the antenna for those things at, Paul?
In the windshield.
In the windshield.
In the winter.
Show
Yeah.
that.
Used to be a wire came up like this and across the top of the windshield.
Exactly. Show
There's
that.
TJ. Hello, Anthony.
Actually, there's quite a few newer cars that do that as well.
Well, hold on. What's your point, though, Chris?
The point
They-
is, that was simple technology, Justin. It was
Yeah.
easy.
way back when. You didn't have to worry about
Okay.
where your antenna was and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
It was all built
Shut
in.
up, Dre. I see you in the chat.
Some new
Chris,
cars,
no.
because they've got heated
up, Chris?
front
Hi.
windscreens, use the heated front
Everybody
windscreens and
else
antenna.
going?
DJ says hi to Chris.
Hey, I can't see the chat, guys. I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. And I can't see who all's on the panel, Paul. I just see it just flickers back and forth.
Well, you got Justin, me, and Dominic. And then you got Donald Doss. You got David Birdman out of England. You
Hey,
got Mark White, and you got TJ,
Mark,
and you
TJ,
got-
cool it is.
and you got Captain Joe.
Cap Joe America.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Paul?
He's still mounted up on that. Y'all don't. Yeah, he's still mounted up on that hurricane because it was a female name. That's why he's with us.
Yep.
Paul, Chris,
Yes, sir.
don't worry about technology going too far for you. You're going to be replaced by AI very soon. AI will be hosting the Paul Murray and Friends very soon.
Yeah.
As soon as Paul can figure it out.
Well,
I like technology. I just kind of wish it'd slow down.
yeah, we could slow it down a little bit. But you know, Chris, have you ever talked to younger people? They think it's just normal.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah.
all the older people, we just shake our head like, oh my God, what's next?
I don't think it's fast enough. I think we're going too
My
slow.
boys are in their mid-30s, so yeah, I get it. Then I got grandkids that are from 15 to 2. So the 2-year-olds already have their own tablets and they already know what to do with them. Paul.
Over here.
Yeah.
How we this match was, our team was saying how you could just sense the tension and the pressure over this closing stretch. How would you describe the experience?
I mean, I think we played amazing golf, morning and after goal.
Who's that talking, Paul?
I muted Mark because he's got somebody talking in the background.
Hmm.
Hello,
It's
darling.
the TV.
Oh, it's the TV because I thought it was some hooker was there. I didn't.
Oh my God.
No, that's Dom. That's Dom.
That's Dominic's
Yeah,
got
I
the
don't know.
hookers. Yep. Well, you know, I didn't believe that for the longest time. Justin said that he's got girls that work for him on the street, and he has to go collect every day. So
Oh, whoa, me?
yeah,
Pimping ain't
No.
easy, Paul. Pimping ain't easy. That's what you do when you're tired.
yeah. Justin is the one that told me all about that.
Justin just wants to work for Dom, but Dom's got requirements like a length and girth in diameters before you hire him.
Well, Justin's
Yeah,
going to be starting a new job next month, the first of the month. He's going to be a bus monitor.
Hmm.
Is that
I want to be one of
Yeah,
those
he's-
like I want to be one of them like Justin.
so? You
He has
finally
to-
gonna get your community service in, Justin?
No, he just has to stand on the street corner and go, "That's a bus. That's a bus."
Yeah.
I see Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy's joined us.
Yeah, what's up, Chris?
You know what I'm waiting for? The first Paul Murray show where Justin sat in a car park on the bus on Paul Murray show with all the kids going, "Are we going to school? We're in the car park. We're here for 4 hours." I get in.
Well, he's got to teach him the going to school song. Wheels on the bus go round and
Round and
round.
round and round
I know that song.
and
Well.
and round. The wheels on the.
You know what them kids are gonna do the first day they see him? They're gonna holler, "Stranger danger!" They won't be no bus monitor.
What's up, Chris?
That's funny.
There'll be 20 black and white pull up on that intersection.
The observer on the bus is big and round.
I'll be
big and
right back.
Oh God.
round.
That's funny.
Load your guns and shoot him down. All day.
That's funny.
Yep.
The observer on the bus is a great big ass. Aim for center mass.
Yeah, when we were kids, you used pea shooters Now they use
Well,
gum. Yeah.
I give Justin a whole bunch of encouragement, because that's a job at my age I couldn't handle, because all them
Did you
screaming kids pulling the windows down and up and down and up
No,
and down.
did you see the video of that old lady that was like, she was around Paul's age and she was a bus attendant, and the kids were actually picking on her and made her cry? I was like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
it pissed me off when I saw that. Like, they were calling her fat and ugly and stupid, and they were filming it while they were doing it. Well, the kids uploaded the videos to YouTube and Reddit. A bunch of people on Reddit went wild with it and started like went after the school board and everything over it. And they raised over, like, Reddit alone raised over, I think it was like $100,000 for her.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get abused by a bunch of
And
kids.
Yeah.
but the videos are just absolutely heart wrenching. Like, you will piss you off when you see the videos of what
Paul,
these kids are saying. to her.
damage.
I just want to say, Paul, you claim that people your age are not with it. She was well with it. She fucking staged all that, and she got that money, and she thanks everybody for the great time.
Yeah, but here's the deal. She didn't
But
have
she
anything to do with it. The kids did it all and posted it, and some other people
She
saw
act-
it. They're the ones that did it.
She actually didn't keep any of the money. She gave it all to an anti-bullying charity.
Oh, that was
So now I know she's stupid.
Yeah, she
No,
gave
I'm
it also
serious
an
though. If you
anti-bullying
watch,
college, and they called
Yeah.
called
I
down.
was gonna say,
No,
bus observer
no.
should must not have to pass an IQ test.
no, I'm serious. If
all
you
that money.
watched it though, you'd be really pissed off. Like, you'd want to knock these kids in the head.
No,
Oh,
but
definitely.
What you're
they've
saying
got his
is that you-
fingerprints now.
Fat and stupid.
Yeah, well, they've got his fingerprints now, so.
Yeah, he had to go. He went to the sheriff's department and got fingerprinted.
No, I am gonna keep giving Justin shit, right up until the day he's shot.
Oh my god.
But I'm proud of him.
I'm not even commenting on that because no.
In this world, you never know.
Yeah.
Justin, I'm glad that you are finding gainful employment and happy.
Hey, Donald, can just imagine him getting a bus full of year one St. Trinians.
Mhm.
You know, I would take year ones.
The ones you,
I'd rather have the sixth form.
It's the junior high school through the middle of high school that you have to.
They're the ones that are full of themselves. Yep.
Have you not watched St. Trinians?
Yes, I
Huh.
have seen the movie.
Year ones are the worst. And the sixth form looks like a gang of hookers.
Mm.
most
Yeah.
of the videos I've seen where bus drivers have had issues with students, a lot of it's been high school students.
Yep, junior high through the middle of high school.
Yeah.
Juniors
The
and
ones that
seniors,
were,
they're kind of wanting to. Well, at least when my kids were coming up, they were wanting to be a little more adult, and so they were easier to manipulate in that respect.
yeah, the ones that were picking on that lady were in middle school. Two of them, I think, out of the five, I think there was 4 or 5 of them. I think 2 of them ended up getting expelled over it because of the situation.
Trouble is over here, once they get past 14, they want to be a little bit too much adult.
Mm-hmm. But once they get to be seniors, they're starting to get a little more used to the hormones going through their body, and they're not quite as ready to try and step up.
About 6 years ago, when my son was still in school, we had two of the football players get into it one day, and they were best friends on the football field. They got into it in the classroom, went through a plate glass window.
Oh man.
You work on that dune buggy a little bit there today, Don?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I did. I just put spark plugs back in. I checked the compression last night and left spark plugs out.
Oh, there you go.
And I was gonna back it out and take it for a drive and get out in the street and play with the carburetor, but my wife pulled in and parked behind me, and we're getting ready to go eat pizza here in a few minutes.
Oh yeah, where y'all gonna go eat pizza at?
It's a local pizza place.
A pizza
in
restaurant.
It's a small little place in Jasper, Missouri, which is a really small town.
Is it did they cook it in one of the brick oven?
What? No, all they do is serve you pizza rolls from an air fryer.
Good one.
That was pretty funny. That's funny. That was pretty good. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
Damn, TJ, when I left, you was laughing.
He always laughing.
He hasn't stopped since you left.
Somebody needs to unplug his giggle box.
Yeah.
Or go up on the price.
Well, we're trying to get the Olympics to have a giggle competitions.
Well, I know where my $1 will be. I'll put it on him.
Put it on, yep, TJ.
He's not worth it a buck. $1. $1, long time, TJ. $1.
That's funny.
What happened to where's stranger danger at?
Stranger danger.
He's just quiet.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm on Matt North show, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can cutting up, having a good time.
Justin's here.
Justin who?
You here, Justin? He's being quiet.
Oh, he got scared, Paul. He's got a little rabbit in him. He'll go hide.
David's here though.
Hi, man.
Hey, Paul. Paul, can I ask you a personal question, Paul?
Sure.
Do you have earpiece? No, sorry.
Are you ready? You ready, Paul?
Yeah.
Paul, how long have you been flying drone?
1968. My first
68.
one was 6 feet long, an 8-foot rotor on top, and it had a 6-foot
Hey,
tail,
Dustin.
and it was a chainsaw motor. Vroom.
And
Wow.
it's still in its shed somewhere.
It was more of a helicopter than a drone.
Close enough.
Well, it had a controller.
Yeah.
It had 3-channel controller.
Man, that's of course we're talking old school. I know Justin won't understand that.
Paul was still using that to fly ships before he got his Air-2S.
Yeah.
No, I never flew ships until I got the ability to have a camera on board.
Awesome.
Not sure
Listen,
about that.
I enjoy your
27
guys' stories
megahertz
from the
or
Great Depression.
35 megahertz back then.
Justin said he enjoys my stories from the Great Depression. Justin
This
said
ain't the Great
he
Depression.
enjoys my stories from the Great Depression.
This ain't the Great Depression of 2020, Justin.
Last couple of years, it's felt like that.
Just want to say, with depression, you can medicate. Justin's problem, you can't.
That's weird, that, because the last Great Depression was 1920, wasn't it?
Yeah,
1939, wasn't it?
yeah. 1930, I think it was.
Hold on.
No, it was in the
It's
20s.
on live tonight.
1929 then.
It was after World War One.
1929. It was 1929.
So every 100 years, you're going to have a huge depression.
That's before Paul's time.
Yeah. I was born in 1952.
You know, I can remember my grandparents. My grandpa on my dad's side was born in 1900. So, and he died in 1980. So he was 80 years old when he died.
Well, my dad was born in 1935.
I remember talking about the Depression, how tough it was, how they made it. It's crazy.
Morning, Tim.
My grandma had some of the what were they, like ration stamps or whatever?
Yeah.
Papers.
Yeah.
She had 4 or 5 of them that were framed in her hallway for ever since I could remember when I was a little kid. I don't know who has them now, but they were in my grandma's hallway in a frame, and she had them framed in there. But I don't, like I said, I don't know which one of the 9 kids ended up getting that after they both passed away.
You remember the work programs of America, Paul? You remember that?
Yep.
You say in school, you say the video. I know they subscribe to my channel. The old water tower that's built out of rock at my old school. That was built during that time frame.
What is the matter with you?
When Miss noticed, Chris, you were breaking up.
You know, gotta love it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to pay my cell phone bill.
Like we all heard him. Just nod your heads. We understand. Yeah, Chris, that's a really good point.
I'm gonna leave that head nodding. I'm gonna leave that head nodding to Justin.
You kids settle down now, please. Yeah, Justin, you need to practice by trying to get this panel under control.
I'll just
Man,
fucking
that
God.
We're all
You know,
Paul, make me host and I'll take control real quick. Putting everybody off this fucking panel.
I don't think you can kick me off the panel. You don't have the balls.
You ain't got a hair on your
Make
hand.
me host.
I'll drive to Florida, put you in timeout, Justin.
You gotta catch me first, old man.
I bet I can catch you. I got a 338 Laputa to catch you.
I just got a zigzag.
No, you can't. You can't use your zigzags and roll me up, smoke me.
I'm sure Chris could find something that'll catch you.
I just gotta get far enough so his cataracts fucks with him.
You tell him, Captain Joe, I got something for you.
I have enough time for him to have to put his glasses on first to look through the scope.
I don't need glasses no more. I had cataract surgery, dude. I can see a country mile now.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it, having that done?
I seen that hurricane before they ever named it. That's how good I can see now.
Joe survived the hurricane.
We're still waiting to see how Alexis has gone on with her cataract surgery and her first eye last week. She's not been on since.
I was wondering about her. What was it? A couple days ago.
I mean, isn't it like a pretty standard procedure? Like, there's not a lot of risk to it anymore, is
Not
it?
anymore, Justin.
Takes about 15 minutes, if that.
like LASIK used to be a big stigma. Now that seems to be a very popular procedure. It's pretty safe now.
Yeah.
I got mine. I got mine last year. I was 56, 57 when I got it. And they said that's a little young. They like to do it to people under 60s, but I had an injury to my right eye when I was a kid growing up, and it finally got bad enough where I couldn't see anymore. And when I went deer hunting a couple of years ago, I couldn't see the crosshairs in my scope. And I mean, that's how cloudy that eye was.
Mm.
But boy, I tell you what,
I had my left eye done 15 years ago when I was 50, and I had my right eye done in November last.
it's an eye-opening experience. It truly, I'm not, all jokes aside, it made a hell of a difference in my life.
Yeah, it made
Have you ever seen Flash
eyes.
Gordon?
It made the front of my eyes,
Yeah.
but it didn't do anything for the fact that I've got damaged retinas.
I tell you what, I know. So if you guys fly FPV, it made a heck of a difference when I fly my FPV now. Oh my gosh!
Mm.
Oh, so it's unreal.
Justin, have you ever seen Flash Gordon?
No, I've never seen it. I know it, but I've never seen it.
Well, you're going to see it soon because Gordon's coming straight for you. That's your next hurricane next week.
I haven't even been watching. Let me go look at that because I haven't really been watching that, to be honest with you.
Do you know who Buck Rogers is, Justin?
Buck Rogers?
Buck Rogers.
Steve Austin, a man barely alive.
Jamie Summers.
How about Fat Albert?
Hey, it's Fat Albert. Hey.
Do anything sound familiar to you, Justin?
That was such a
No,
good show.
I know of them. I'm just not familiar with their work.
As it goes, Billy, Billy, Billy.
Here's my first guy.
Wowzers.
Justin.
That's what.
Probably more of a Bluey guy.
Just tweaky. Yeah.
Hey, Chris, can you see what I just put on the screen?
We can see it.
No, I can't, Paul.
Okay.
Is
Anyway,
this the thing
that's
is this
the
the thing
first.
that
That's my
that
first
Jody?
copter right there. See, it's a chainsaw motor here.
Oh, they got
this-
that Storm Gordon going straight north.
Was that yours, Paul?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a 50% chance of it hitting
Do I
Florida.
have it? No.
Wasn't Jamie Summers?
Yeah, Jamie
Yeah.
Summers was a bionic woman.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was
Donald's about to go have some proper pizza rolls.
Farrah Fawcett Majors.
that Tortina's pizza rolls. Those things are awesome.
That was Lindsay Wagner. Lindsay Wagner was the bionic woman.
Yep.
That's right.
Lindsay Wagner and Lee Majors.
And
Yeah,
the-
Lee
the
Majors was also the
bionic
fall
man,
guy.
bionic woman.
Yeah,
Yep.
pizza rolls are good to
Fall
you
guy.
until you bite
Fall
in one
guy,
and it
yeah.
squirts that hot shit in your mouth.
Hey, David, what do you got for us?
So
What are you
you've got
sharing?
this, you got this little tropical storm here that's going to hit along here, apparently.
That's
then
the one
this-
that just came off the coast that hit Joe.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
that's
firing
coming
back.
away then.
And then you got this one.
and who
It's
played
going to
the
come
wo-
up, and it's supposed to either hit around here.
who
Yeah,
played
that's
the
coming
woman?
towards us a little
Wait.
bit.
It's way too early to tell though.
What was
We're
that?
just-
What was that, Mark?
Who played the woman captain in Buck Rogers?
I
Woman.
can't remember her name. That's what I was trying to think of.
Hey guys, just
I
a quick.
can see your face.
I can face that she was on
I can't even remember the character's name.
Aaron Gray.
Aaron Gray.
Aaron
Yeah,
Gray, yeah.
Yep, and Gil Gerard played Buck Rogers.
yeah, Gil Gerard. Yeah,
But like
I knew that one. I just didn't know her name. Couldn't remember it.
And who played Tweaky?
The voice.
Well, he didn't say much other than Billy, Billy, Billy.
Yeah, you're talking about who played the voice of Twiggy?
Yeah.
Gee. Could be. Uh, Mel Blanc?
I don't know.
It's Mel Blanc.
And then there was the
Dr. Theopolis.
yeah, Dr. Theophilus.
I loved that show when I was a kid.
What was
What show was it?
was she
Buck
called,
Rogers.
was she called Waring?
You got to tell TJ what
Well-
show you're talking about.
Buck
Wilma-
Rogers.
Was it Wilma Daring or Deering? Something like that, wasn't it?
Never
Was it
heard
a
of
cartoon? Was it a cartoon or something?
No.
That sounds kind of right. No, it's
No,
live
it's
action.
live action.
Now, Donald, are you all cleaned up for dinner? At least you've been out there sweating in the garage all day being a man.
Yeah. I all sweaty. I got a little greasy on my fingertips, but clean that up.
TJ, it was about an astronaut who had a accident in space and went into hibernation for 500 years and then came back again.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
As you do.
The kind of psychological.
I was going to say stasis, but I thought hibernation would have been easier to understand.
Wonder what kind of psychological issues somebody would have actually waking up hundreds of years later and finding out everybody they knew is gone, has been gone for. God, that'd be rough.
Yeah. Also, you'd have logistically in real life, you'd have a hard time understanding people because language evolves.
Right. Technology, everything, yeah. Be like Demolition Man.
Just try someone coming here from the 50s and trying to get along in modern society.
Paul's doing all right.
Yeah, that didn't. Yeah, but Donald's talking about somebody who didn't progress through that time period.
Right.
Again,
Yeah,
Paul's doing all right.
Yeah.
Buck Rogers.
Suddenly appearing and finding there's what the fuck's internet?
Oh, dude, if you took a cell phone back to the 50s, you'd blow people's fucking minds. Dude,
Probably not. You wouldn't have any service.
Well, you know, when the cell phones first came out and they came out, they had bag phones, and then they also had that Motorola, that big thing you put to your ear.
Yeah.
That antenna.
Yep, I remember
I
that.
had one of those, and if you ever pulled it out and used it someplace, people just stared at you.
Yep.
I mean, just imagine though, if you had you could take a modern cell phone and a computer and just a few of the different electronics back to like the 50s or 60s, dude. Oh my God, dude. Like IBM and them would be lining up to try to reverse engineer that shit. Trying to figure out how the fuck you built it. Probably make a lot of money.
Yeah, they wouldn't have the knowledge to sort the operating system out.
Be interesting though.
If I was in time,
They might be able
I'd
to
do a
build
bit.
it. Yeah, might be able to build it, but it wouldn't be able to do anything. Actually, they probably couldn't build it because there's no way they'd have the equipment to make the chips.
Yeah. Well, if I go back in time, I'm doing a biff. I'm going to get all the sports results. And I'm going to go back to 1980. I'm going to give me the results, and I'm going to become a millionaire.
Well, in all reality, there would probably be a handful of people in the world in that time period that would probably be able to understand it, but it'd be a very select few. that would probably be able to reverse engineer. Whether they'd actually get it operating or anything, that's another thing. But
Hey, Paul,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll out, man. I'm home.
Okay. Hey, thanks for coming
I'll
in, my
catch you later.
friend.
Thanks for stopping by.
You're always,
Catch
you're
you
always
later,
welcome.
Chris.
It's
Yeah.
good visiting with
Have a
everybody.
good
Y'all
evening.
y'all have a good evening. I know I'll see every one of y'all in the morning at 7 o'clock.
Okay, Chris, you
Yeah.
take care.
Bye
Catch you later.
Thanks, buddy.
Later.
Bye-bye.
bye.
Yeah.
Oh, here, you want to see a slapping video of a teacher? Watch this.
Get off of your.
Oh shit.
He actually got, there was a big old thing about this.
I told you, get out of my face. I gave you a warning.
And I'm gonna give you a warning right now.
What?
Apologize,
Apo-
or you about to face some serious repercussions, girl.
I'm not apologizing for nothing. You
Little
should
girl,
have stayed
you-
out of my face. You should have stayed out of my face. I
All
don't
right.
know what your problem is.
Yeah, what I'm about to do is teach you a lesson.
You-
I'm gonna teach you. No, don't worry about it. She about to face the consequences of her actions right now.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever? It's whatever? Okay.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Oh,
Why were
feel
you
like-
in my face?
Okay. Because you don't listen.
Oh, I don't listen.
You don't listen, but you ain't gotta listen no more. In fact, your listening about to be real impaired right now,
I haven't
actually.
been listening.
What?
I don't hear nothing you say right now.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's gonna do
Don't
something.
worry about it.
Do something real
Okay.
stupid.
Like,
So you're not gonna
looks like a
apologize?
I'm
stage.
going to attack her. I've seen it before.
Oh!
Yeah, this is stage.
Who do you think you are hitting me like that? Huh?
You just hit a
Yeah, help
student?
her up, help
Are
her
you
up.
serious?
Oh yeah.
You just hit a 23-year-old student.
You bold enough to slap me.
Oh,
Damn.
I mean, the action of that was so bad.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you know what? Let's stick a map on the wall, and it looks like a schoolroom.
Here's one flashback for you. Ready?
Yeah, no. I remember doing that, and I was dizzy after about a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The rain.
oh yeah, the cars on the wires. Yeah, those things are
Yeah.
fucking quick.
The car's on the wires.
No, they're playing.
Yeah, watch how fast they go around, TJ. Watch this. You hold it by a cable in the middle of the track. Now look, watch.
And look at him. Look at the way they're going. Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's
How do
crazy.
you not get dizzy?
They used to do that with control line planes.
Oh, those
Yeah,
are
that's
the
what they
planes.
are.
Those
How are they
Yeah.
not getting how are they not getting tangled up or whatever?
Exactly. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, they have two, and they have ribbons going from the tails of them. The idea was to rip the ribbon to pieces of your opponent
Yeah.
with your propeller.
Well, they have cars that do that too. The cars that go on the ground that go around really quick.
Hmm.
This little guy here, he's tailing. He's
Yeah, I used to do that in, when would it have been?
I'll stick to Conkers.
Like,
Can you
late,
just-
late
Late
70s.
70s, early 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just stand in one place and just swing it around like a lasso or something? Does it work like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. but the
literally
trouble
watching
is
what
you
they
get
do.
dizzy after about a minute.
You have two lines coming from it to a handle.
there it is right there.
And the idea
I
was if
stopped
you
it.
move the handle one way,
Up and
you
down.
went up. If you moved the handle the other way, you went down. And it just went
What the
round
heck
in
is
a
the guy in the red
circle.
suit doing?
This guy lost his, I think, because it's probably down here.
That's pretty crazy looking.
But they had proper engines, the same as the remote control planes and everything.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a lot of fun.
It was.
I'll stick to Conkers.
Look at this one.
I never
right?
used to do the dog fighting like that where there was two of you. You just did it on your own.
But is it so? It's tethered onto a piece of on a string, and
Yeah.
you just
Yeah, it's tethered on two lines.
It's a car one, TJ. This one they
The-
don't hold though. What they'll do is after it gets going, he stands up on the platform.
It'd be great if it snapped.
So watch how fast. And right back here, you got kilometers and miles per hour on the top, kilometers on the bottom. Watch how fast these cars get going.
Whoa. Holy shit. Damn.
Doesn't even look real.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that, 208 miles an hour.
That could take a leg off plane.
How do you stop it? Do you just like jump down and it wraps around your leg, or how do
No,
you
you
stop
wait
it?
on
I
the
have to take your leg off.
You wait till it runs out of petrol.
Yeah, it's gas powered. So.
Oh, you just have to
Only
wait
runs
for it to slow down.
Yeah, you gotta wait for it to run out of gas.
Yeah, you don't get that timing right, and your leg's gonna take you right out from under your legs.
Yeah.
You don't get that timing right and get up on that platform.
It's a butterfly.
Switch to
Yeah, you don't want to get in the way of that one.
But it does. It's almost so fast it doesn't look real, because how fast it's going around.
Well, my 1/8 scale car did 40 miles an hour. So in scale speed, that's 8.4's 320 miles an
That's
hour.
crazy, man.
Yeah, my friend's dad, back when I was in high school, used to have the little gas cars.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of them that would do a couple 100 miles an hour. They were fast. I mean, real quick. And we used to go out to the to some
Scale speed, because they don't do that actual speed.
see if I can find a car.
Some of the ones today you can get up to about 60 or 70 miles an hour kind of thing, real speed.
So if a remote control car, if they're saying it goes 200 miles per hour and that's what they're registering it on a radar, that's not actually 200 miles an hour. What you're saying?
Oh no, if they're registering it on a radar, then yeah, it probably is.
I don't know. I don't register RCs, so that's what I was asking. Is there some kind of like weird physics behind it or something?
Oh
Or
no,
why it
that's
wouldn't?
if it's registering actual speed on a radar, then that's the speed it's going at. It's just that most of them only do about at top speed like 70 miles an hour.
I have seen videos of people actually driving RC cars down the road, like actual highways with traffic.
Yeah.
And it's keeping up with the traffic on the highways. I've seen a couple videos floating around YouTube that people are doing that. You want to see fast, check out dynamic gliding. I think the world record is over 500 miles an hour. Well, there was that one FPV drone, what was it, like 5 or 6 years ago? And they clocked that at 310 miles an hour. I don't know if that's been beat or not, but they actually had it. That's what they clocked it at.
But they're limited to 99 miles an hour. You're not
Yeah, but
go faster than that.
I want to. I want to say that was right before all those regulations were like really even. It was kind of in the wild, wild west day of the drone shit.
Yeah.
When people were, flying 3,000 feet in the air and crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
There was really no repercussions for doing it. I mean, you like take Ken, right? You think that motherfucker did stupid shit back when, or recently? Look at some of his first videos where he's
I know.
flying over a parade and he's literally 5 feet above people's heads with a Phantom, flying 5 feet above 30, 40 people, and just flying down a line of people right above their heads.
Wow.
But that was back then when they didn't really have a lot of regulations and people could kind of do what they want back then. There just really wasn't a lot of rules.
Well, it was very unusual for anybody to be flying anything.
Well, like I said, the FAA didn't really have anything in place at the time. There was a couple of basic rules, but they weren't enforcing it because there wasn't a lot of people flying them either. You're talking about there's probably back in 2014, 2013, there was probably maybe 10,000 people around the country that was probably flying drones. If that. And a lot of them were FPV flyers. If you look at a lot of the guys that have been in the drone community since like its conception, a lot of them started off as FPV.
Well, yeah, the camera drones and GPS and all that stuff didn't come until later.
Well, and if you look at DJI's first, like the drone you have, Mark, like if you look at DJI's first
550.
Yeah, like the 550, they look like home build FPV drones.
Oh yeah, they do.
Compared to what they look like today. And they were a lot more modular. Back then you could actually work on the fucking thing by yourself. If you knew what you were like, you didn't have to, like the drones now are so complex. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, it don't take much to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Back then you could swap out parts relatively easy.
Yeah, the frame on the F550 is like a lattice work plastic.
Yeah, it looks exactly like somebody would have built at home.
Yeah, and it's got that big round topped aerial that looks like a Caravan TV aerial, or the top of that Nimrod for the GPS.
Right, what your average pilot would have, if their a part broke, they'd have been able to buy it, replace it themselves without really much work. Where today, if you go rip a Mavic 3 apart, good God, dude, you seen the inside of one of those?
And the tear downs.
Yeah, it's just so much more complex. Because they're not really making shit to where they want you really working on it yourselves. Do they sell extra parts? Yeah. Like, can you buy a Mavic 3 arm and replace it? Of course you can, but they don't really want you doing that at the end of the day.
Yeah, we saw what happened when Chuck did that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. But at the end of the day, there's very few people out there that would actually be able to do that successfully without fucking it up. It's not an easy thing to do.
That QC guy, Chris, he can do it.
Yeah.
You got to have a lot of patience and skills and right tools and all that.
Paul can do it.
An FPV drone's kind of, built to be worked on, so it's a lot easier to work on. Not to say it doesn't have its challenges, but
yeah, try telling Rod.
I honestly thought Rod had more knowledge in that stuff because he didn't even know how to use an electrical meter, so that was kind of surprising to me. I figured Rod would have known how to use one of those.
Yeah, Rod's software, not hardware, though.
Which tells me, he never worked on stuff like that, which is fine. I never would have thought he was that type of person. I figured he was into doing stuff like that at some point on other things,
Well, other than TV engineers, the only people that did all that kind of stuff was the radio amateurs, really. And half of them were TV engineers.
Was Mia bothering you?
No, we didn't hear.
No, we didn't hear her at all.
She was in the house here barking. I was outside talking to somebody. She said, bark, 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 bark.
The only reason we can hear Mark's dog bark is because on the phone app it doesn't give you all the noise suppression shit like it does on the computer. If he was on his computer, if he was on his iMac, he could have that set and you wouldn't be able to hear Precious either.
So that's why when David's on his phone app, that's why we could hear Laura bark.
Yeah.
Or like or it's like when Lance is on his phone, comes on and he's doing the hyperlapses and you constantly hear the
Yeah, you
voice
see
of
the camera
control.
taking pictures. Yeah.
Because me and Mark were messing. I remember that day me and Mark were talking about that, and I jumped on my phone just to see if it had it, and there was no way, no, there was nothing in the settings to set that on the phone.
Joe, I have a message for you from Laura.
Already know.
Laura.
She said, "Pack it in, pack it in, Joe."
Something like that, but it had an F word in there.
I'm about to fucking pack you in.
So that was in the beginning. Then it said, "Pack it in."
Pack it in, pack it in.
No, Zoom. That's one thing Zoom's really good at is the noise suppression on the computer. Their shit works really well. And then one that works really well, but you have to pay for it. Like if you want to pay for noise suppression, it's Crisp. It's an AI program. You can. It's like I think like $8 a month or something you pay for. That shit works really good.
Really?
I tried
what is
to.
it? Like, what is it?
It's
like,
called. It's called
paper
Crisp.
noise? Oh, Crisp.
Yeah, it's called Crisp with a K.
Crisp,
And
like
it's
crispy.
yeah, kind of like Krispy Kremes, but crisp. And it's you have to pay like it's either like a $6 or $8 monthly fee, but it's an AI noise suppression program that you can use on your computer. I think they even have a phone version of it, but it works really, really good. That was what Rob tried a month of it when we were streaming one day, and he signed up and did a 1 month thing on it. And almost instantly when he turned it on, dude, it just all his background noise from his printers, everything was just gone instantly. And that was when we were on I think we were on StreamYard. Just StreamYard's noise suppression sucks. They have one in there that's called beta, but it doesn't work very well. It's listed as a beta noise suppression, but it doesn't work hardly that. Yeah, it's not very good. But Crisp will actually clean up your voice as well. Like it adjusts your microphone automatically and it will adjust your voice. So it sounds really, really clear and consistent. And it'll also get rid of any background noise, fan noise, dogs barking, anything like that. It'll even get rid of people talking. So if somebody comes up to you and starts talking, it'll even cut that out.
Oh, huh.
Because some noise suppression softwares, like even Zoom's, it works really well but if anybody comes up to Paul and starts talking to Paul, it recognizes, hey, it's a voice talking, so it allows it to come through. But I have noticed Zoom a couple of times have allowed farts to come through on panels. Heard those a couple of times.
Loud fart.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times on Paul's panel somebody farted. We don't know who it was, but you clearly heard it.
I'll mute mine first. The other day for the hurricane, I ate like 4 boiled eggs. I kept muting back and forth because it was terrible.
That's funny.
There was one day, there was like 6 or 7 people on the panel, and you clearly heard it. I mean, there was no mistaking somebody farted. And I went over that clip like 20 times trying to figure out who it was. I was looking at everybody's facial expressions. Nobody did any movements or anything, so you couldn't tell who did it.
You could just hear the fart just go.
Yeah, it was clear as day. No, it was a rumbly fart, and you could tell. But nobody made any facial expressions. Nobody like leaned to the side. Nothing.
Did someone with the camera off?
No, everybody's camera was on that panel. I remember the clip. I went over. I watched it like 10 times trying to figure out who it was.
Which one was it?
I don't know. It was a live stream from like a year ago. It was a while back. Trying to go back and find it would be impossible on Paul's channel, as many live streams as he has. You know how many live streams you'd have to go through?
Yeah.
That's the one.
700 plus.
That's the good thing about Paul's live streams. You do something stupid in 2 days, it's so far buried in the live streams, nobody remembers which one it was.
Nobody can ever go back and look at it, right?
That's funny. That's pretty good.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
The one who heard it did it.
Yeah.
I've done that before though, where somebody said something funny, and I wanted to go back and grab the clip, and it was only like 2 days. 2 or 3 days had gone by, and I had to go through all these live streams. I still couldn't fucking find the clip. Oh, it pissed me off. Trying to go through all of Paul's live streams, trying to find it. Like, if you want to clip something off Paul's, you better grab it when it happens.
Yeah, you got to pretty much grab it right now.
Or speak to Laura.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Laura will grab clips as they're happening. She don't sit around and wait. If somebody says something, she'll grab it real quick.
Oh.
See, on my live streams, I usually only live stream twice a week, so I can go back and be like, oh, it was from last week's live streams. I only have to look at 2 of them. So it's easier to find stuff like that.
Don't chew the book.
Hello, Sean.
Which Sean
Look,
is it?
Sean.
Geek
Sean, Geek Vana, Sean.
Is it SHAWN or SEAN?
That
He's
should- Yeah.
It's
Edge
SEAN.
FP. Yeah, Sean Edge FPV. He's SHAUN.
Yeah, 2 different Seans.
There's so many ways to spell Sean. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know at least 3.
Yeah, like Dre. Yeah.
Those are done.
It's still raining out there. Did it stop? I can't really tell if it's a white little sprinkle.
One of the parents last night, the Hammets, they've had 4 sons play and the dads play for Mandeville. So they've played like over a 20-year period. Probably longer than that. Like maybe 24 years when the dad played, and now the last son is playing, and he's a senior this year, and they contract me every year, and the son was standing on the side next to his dad because they always talk about the game, and it's at the end of the game, and the dad's talking to him, and he's standing there, and I got a picture of them standing with him looking at his dad with his dad talking to him, and I think that was a pretty cool picture.
That'd be a good memory for them.
And he don't know. They had their back to me. They didn't pay attention. So it was all spontaneous. It was nothing staged.
You ever see the guy that goes around on YouTube and he takes random pictures of people with his? He has got a real big professional camera like you do, and like Donald would have, and he takes a picture of them, and then he has a mobile printer and he'll print it out, and he'll give it to the people. Like he'll take a random picture of somebody like on a subway or something while they're standing there, and then he'll print out the picture and give it to them.
Does he have a printer with him?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what he said.
Yeah, it's a mobile printer.
Mobile printer.
I didn't hear.
Like a Polaroid.
Mobile.
Let me see if I can find one of his.
I didn't hear them. I didn't hear the mobile part.
There, I'll see
Here's
if I
one
can
of them
find.
last night. Justin, look.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's a pretty good picture.
But the dad's talking to him, and he's talking about how he was playing. I think they'll like that. That one, and then I got the full length one. Can y'all see that one?
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the dad talking to him. I think I was standing right there, so I said, "Let me get him right now while they're not paying attention to him." Let me show you this one play. Check this one out. That's Hammond. That's the guy I was showing you. This guy's got him. They were getting ready to get on him too.
You take some pretty good shots there, Joe.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone
Yeah,
think
man.
he's a professional?
Here's one of his. This guy right here. Watch here. I'll show you his video. I see he runs across my shorts all the time, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen that video. The guy before.
Hi, Tim. Dusty. And Edward. And Sean.
Sean, how's it going?
But he makes that dude's videos get a lot of views. He does shorts. That's all he does. He just
Okay,
walks
well,
around different cities.
I'm gonna jump out because I'm gonna go inside
Oh, you
my
got-
lights.
You got
Later,
art.
Dominic.
Later,
Over to
Dominic.
art.
Good night.
Hello, Art. Okay.
You don't
Yeah, you
like
gotta
that.
go chase down that girl that owes him some money.
Say hello to Art for everybody.
Yeah, art starts in 10 minutes.
We got Kaylee.
Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, I got 10 cans of mini raviolis in there.
Dude, I love raviolis.
I can't eat Chef Boyardee anymore, man. We've had it so much with the kids over the years. I can't stand that shit anymore.
I bought them for the baby. So if I'm sitting around, can't figure something to eat, I got mini raviolis.
Joe, do you and Justin want to keep going?
I'm gonna
Wow.
jump off in a minute because I gotta finish these pictures
Okay,
tonight.
because there's a couple of ships coming and they're
And they
not-
might want to stay on. I'll stay here for a little bit.
What do you think, Justin?
I'm gonna jump off too because I'm gonna be going live in about an hour or so.
Okay,
Yeah, it's fine.
all right.
We'll be in the morning.
I will see you in the morning, everybody. David, take care.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not
We'll
going
run
to
the
jump off.
Chick-fil-A.
You're not what?
I'm not going to jump off. I'm just going to leave normally.
Just no.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, everybody. Thanks for being
We'll
here.
see
We'll
you.
see all of you again in the
Bye,
morning.
everybody.
Shut up and all right.
Adios.